Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you were brand new here. My name is Courtney. So for today's video, I have a few drugstore products that I recently have purchased that I want to try on for you guys. So for some reason, this time around at the drugstore, I could not find like new anything. So I don't know if it's because, again, we live in Canada or what the situation is, but I could not find like a new bronzer. I could not find a new blush. So I did scrounge some stuff that I was meaning to try. So it's not going to be like a totally full face of new drugstore products, but I mean, I have a good like 6 or so products to try for you guys. So for those of you who have been watching me for a little while now, you can kind of pick up on the trend that I don't usually use a primer. If I'm going to use anything, I'm just going to use like a good moisturizing lotion, and that's about it. So totally skipping primer today. But for a foundation, you guys probably seen this like blow up after like Tati mentioned it in her video, but this is going to be the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. I just couldn't pass it up, and when I seen it at my local Shoppers Drug Mart, I was like, yes, I am going to be trying this. So I got the shade 004 Neutral Porcelain, and I'm a little bit nervous because I have gone to the beach since I picked up these products, so I'm a little bit nervous that this is going to be a little bit too light for me, but hopefully if it is, we can just kind of deepen it up with some bronzer. Okay, cool. So it does have a pump, so I like that. I'm just going to use a beauty blender, and I'm just going to pump. Let's just do one pump for now, just to kind of see what this color is going to be like. Ah, okay. That might be an okay shade. It might be like a tad bit too light, or maybe not, so let's see. Actually, the shade works out pretty well. I mean, I'm going to deepen it up anyway because I do have some bronzer, so I usually wear bronzer every single day, so we will deepen it up with that. But I mean, this is like a really good match. I mean, it doesn't match my neck. You guys probably can't see, but my neck's a little bit more tanned. Probably because I coat my face in sunscreen because I don't want it to get burned. So this is kind of where we're at. Okay, so right off the bat, this foundation does feel very nice. It's going on really nice, and it's hydrating. It's not like too matte or drying, so I really like that. It doesn't feel too thick. It just feels really nice, very comfortable on the skin. It's blending out flawlessly. So far this foundation is staying true to Tati's review. It's so nice on the skin. Like, it looks like I'm not even wearing foundation, like in a flawless kind of way. So far this is like A+ for me, like 10 out of 10. So concealer was another thing that I really just couldn't find like a brand new, super trendy, hyped up concealer at the drugstore. So what I did choose is something that was brand new to me that I really haven't heard a lot on, and this is going to be the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream in a Concealer. So this is the box. It actually, on the front of it, claims that it instantly covers dark circles. So I mean, who doesn't like that? I got the shade N1 to 2, so that's for fair tones. So this is what it looks like. It's in a pretty small, like, little squeeze tube, so let's give this a go. And this is what the top looks like. It is in a little squeeze tube, and I happen to like my concealers with like a wand, but I mean, it's not a huge deal. And I'm just gonna go right in. Oh, okay, so I definitely could have got the next shade up. Can definitely work. I don't think this would work if I wasn't a little bit tanned. I think it would be like a tad bit dark for me, but right now this can almost work as like the same shade as my foundation. So just gonna blend that in with this sponge. Okay, so that was the concealer, and it's actually not bad at all. I will say that I'm actually liking this concealer. It is a little bit different for me because, like I said, I am used to using kind of like a thicker concealer with a wand, like for application, but yeah, it blended really nicely. Like, my under eyes look flawless. They don't look caked up with anything. Now that I'm seeing this bottle, it does say 0.5% pure hyaluronic acid. So if you're somebody who suffers from like dry, crepey under eyes, this might be a really good match for you because it does have hyaluronic acid. And for those of you who are familiar with skincare and ingredients, you would know that that just kind of pulls all the water molecules into your skin and locks it up so you have that very moisturized effect under your eye. Okay, so loose powder. There was like no loose powder releases at the drugstore when I went, so I'm going to go in with the classic Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 05 Fair. This is like an amazing loose powder. It's one of my favorites, so I really, really, really love this one. If you guys are looking for a great loose under eye powder, like something to help set your concealer, such as what I do all the time, then I would highly suggest trying this if you haven't. So I'm just going to go in and literally just put like a nice layer under each eye. So I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to apply it too heavy. So I didn't pick up a new eyebrow product, but I do have this e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil that I've kind of been picking at every once in a while, so I am going to use this today. This one is in the shade Taupe, so I'm going to go in and give this a go. Alright, so that is my brows done very quickly, very like kind of messy. They're a little bit patchy, but whatever at this point. And I also just kind of like wiped all the bake off from that loose setting powder. So now we are ready to move into bronzer, but like I said, I could not find a new bronzer at the drugstore, so I am just going to go in with one from last summer, and that is that Monoi matte butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. So I really, really, really wanted to try those other new like cake and donut bronzers by like the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, but they are only available at Ulta. So, and Ulta is a US company. So us Canadians, again, lose out on some great launches because of our location. So now I am stuck using this one, but that's okay because I really do like this one. So I'm going to go in and kind of just swirl around, and we're going to deepen it up just a little bit. The smell of this is really nice too. So if you guys haven't tried this one, I find it's actually like a little bit lighter in color than the normal, like the regular butter bronzer. So if you guys are like fair skin tone like me and you find the other one a little bit too dark, then this might be a really great option for you. And also this one is completely matte. Okay, so we're all bronzed up. As you can see, it just kind of makes it look like you're more alive and it's summertime and you have some color. So for blush, I couldn't find a new one at the drugstore either. So I know this was like a crappy time to kind of pick stuff up, but I am going to go in with one by Milani. It's one of my favorites. It's their rose blushes, and this one is in the shade Blossom Time Rose. So it's just like a nice neutral pinky shade. So I'm just going to tap into this and just add some to my cheeks. Okay, that is blush. You can see that it just added like a really nice like neutral color to my face. So again, it making me look a little bit more alive and the look is coming together. Okay, so now we're at the part where I am excited because it's eyeshadow. So I actually picked up an eyeshadow palette by Makeup Revolution. They sell it at my local Shoppers Drug Mart. This is called the Medium Shadow Palette. And as soon as I seen these, I definitely got like Huda Beauty vibes. This is almost identical to the medium. You know how she came out with like light, medium, and dark eyeshadow palettes? This is kind of mimicking the medium one. So I actually really like that. I thought it was so pretty and definitely a lot cheaper than the Huda Beauty one. So I picked this up. So this is what we're going to be trying today. To start off, I think I'm going to go in with this middle bottom shade right here. I'm just going to go in with a large fluffy brush, and we're just going to tap that into the crease. This is my first time ever trying anything by Makeup Revolution, I think. Yeah, I don't think I've tried anything from them before, and I didn't even know it was in like our drugstores here, probably like right up until this year. Like I had no idea, so this was a shock to me. Especially since they're like a UK brand, so kudos to them for making it all the way over to Canada. I am super happy that they took the plunge and came over this side of the border, so it gives us a lot more options and choices. I'm actually going to go in with that other pink shade up here above it, And I'm just going to go in and add that on top. Ooh, okay, so that one definitely adds a little bit more pink. I'm actually going to take those two shades that I just put on, like that bottom one and this one, and I'm going to add them to my lower lid. I am going to, I think, pop into, let's go in with this shade. It's like a mauve-y, almost like, I don't even know. So let's go into this shade next, up in the corner. I'm going to use that same brush I just used for the bottom, and I'm just going to place this right in the corner of my lid. I'm going to do that again on the other side, and I'm going to put some on my lower lid as well. So that's actually really pretty so far. I'm actually impressed with this palette considering the price of it. So the price of this palette was only $12.99. So like 13 bucks and you got yourself a Huda Beauty like dupe. Like this is so good. So okay. I do want to go in with like a shade on my actual lid with one of the shimmery shades. They are kind of dark for the shimmery shades, so I just gotta kind of make a decision on which one I want to use. So I think I'm going to go in with like that brown shade up here, like in the very center. I'm just going to take some of this on like my finger, and I am going to apply that right on the inner portion to the mid of my eye. Gonna do the same to the other one. So they do have pigment, but you kind of have to really get in there and swirl a little bit more for these guys. And I mean, that's probably the price coming into effect with the formula. They aren't bad at all. It's just if you're used to like a really high-end one where it comes off super easy, super buttery and creamy, this might be a little bit more trickier to get some product up with, but I mean, it's no big deal. You just gotta work like maybe like an extra minute or so to really get that product onto your lid. I am gonna go in with this corner one, and I'm gonna add that into the crease again, just to deepen it up. Another like layer. And now I'm gonna go in with that darkest shade down here, and with like a more tapered brush, and I'm just going to go right into the very outer corner V. I'm just adding this darker shade to the bottom lid. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with that brown shade on like a flat brush, and I'm gonna spray it with some Fix Plus just to kind of see how the shadow reacts to Fix Plus, if it's going to make it more, you know, like vibrant and bold. So the Fix Plus didn't really do a whole lot with that brown shade, but that's okay. I think I'm going to go in with another shade just on top of that brown one, just to kind of give it like a little bit of an extra something. So I think I'm going to go in with this corner one down here. So I'm just going to get some of that on my finger. And I'm just going to go right on top of that brown one just to give it like another layer of like dimension. So that's kind of what that did. So it really did just add like a little bit of an extra something there. It kind of made it a little bit more like reddy toned because it does have like red sparkles, like kind of glittery, like duochrome in there. What I will say though is this palette has like zero fallout. Like nothing has fell out under my eyes or like anywhere so far, so that's pretty impressive when you're working with like dark kind of warm shades like this. So I will say that definitely no fallout, so pretty pleased about that. So I'm just going to go in with the MAC 263 brush, and I'm going to do liner, so I'm going to use that darkest brown shade there. But I kind of wish this palette came with like a black or an even like deeper brown, because I do like to do my liner with shadows. So I kind of wish that there was a deeper brown, but I mean, I'm not super upset about it or anything. It just would have been like a nice added bonus if it had that darker shade, and then maybe like a light pearly shade for like the inner corner and brow bone. But I mean, that's okay because we can just go in with highlighter for that, but just applying it on my lower lash line as well. So I think that's everything with this palette that I am going to do. I actually really like this look. It's a little bit different than what I would normally go for. It kind of came out as like a grungy reddish brown smoky eye, if you will. But like I said, I really do like it. And I mean, for $12.99, this palette is gorgeous, gorgeous shades, and I really like the formula in here. Like I said, you might have to put a little bit more effort into the 4 shimmer, like glittery shades in here, but I mean, for $12.99, that's quite alright with me. So super happy with this. They did have like a lighter version as well, but I went with the medium one. I think there was a dark one too, but for some reason the purples and pinks in this one just caught my eye. So if you're looking for a really nice shadow, if you had your eye on the Huda Beauty ones and you just didn't want to splurge the cash on that kind of like a purchase, go check these out. Like I said, I found these at Shoppers Drug Mart, so I would be on the hunt for these. Okay, so before I do lashes, I am going to go in with some highlighter, and I did find a newish highlighter at the drugstore, so super happy about that because highlighters are literally one of my favorite things to kind of review or like a first impression kind of a thing. So this one is the Revlon Skin Lights. This is called a prismatic highlighter. This one is in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. Super nice, kind of like a frosty gold champagne-y kind of a highlighter. It almost looks like dragon scales or something super cool as like the press. So I'm just gonna go in with my Sigma High Cheekbone highlighter brush, my absolute fave, and I'm just going to dip into this. Let's just go in and see. Ooh, okay, so that is really pretty actually. Just gonna add some to my Cupid's bow, down my nose. So, okay, Revlon, this is a nice little highlighter. So I actually really do like it, and now that I think about it, I like that you kind of have to build it up a little bit and not just like one streak and it's like a super blinding highlight. So yeah, the more that I've applied this, the more that I actually do like it. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased with this highlighter. I really like the tone of it. I like how it applied, and I do like how it had to build up a little bit. So super impressed with this highlighter. If you're looking for like a nice gold champagne glow from the drugstore, this will definitely give you it. And this one cost, let's see, what did this one cost? $16.99 Canadian. But the most expensive makeup thing that I got today to try for you guys is definitely the next item. This one for $23.99, and it is the mascara. I couldn't believe it when I seen the price. This is by Pacifica. This is their vegan collagen mascara. It says fluffy lashes, fluffy, feathery, fluttery lashes. Gives like before and afters on this. So this kind of caught my eye because again, I couldn't find too many new mascara launches. So I decided to go with like the most expensive one that I seen. Ooh, okay, so the bottle is really nice. It's like a pink to purple ombre, and it's like a glass bottle, so there's definitely nothing cheap about the packaging, so that's probably like what I'm paying for. It even says on the side, glass bottle and vegan brush, so this definitely intrigued me, and you guys know I am a picky person when it comes to mascara, but that's okay because we're going to give this a try. So this is what the wand looks like. I definitely seen better looking wands, but I'm a little bit nervous because $24 for a mascara from the drugstore is kind of outrageous, but I mean, here we are. We're gonna try it out, so let's just go in and see. I hope I am impressed and it's like not a complete fail. So let's just go in. I'm probably gonna do 2 coats because that's what I normally do for mascaras anyway. Right off the bat, like I'm not seeing as much results from 1 coat of this and like 1 coat of my other mascaras. So yeah, okay, so that's 1 coat. I'm not super mad about it. It did go on kind of on the lighter side, so I'm gonna go in with a second coat to see if I can kind of like amp it up a little bit. So I think this is as much as it's going to go without it looking super clumpy. And I think it's the brush. The brush is like, it's not as dense as I would like it, and it's just kind of like a swirled pattern. It doesn't have like little jagged bristles kind of coming out from it, so I really do think it's the brush. Not sure if it being vegan has anything to do with it, because it says it is a vegan brush, but I mean, so far this is definitely not worth the $24 that I paid for it, but let's just finish the look, and could always be worse. I'm just applying some to the bottom lashes. So the mascara is done, and it's not the best, but it is not the worst either. I just think for $24, like this is the price of like a MAC mascara. So I mean, for the drugstore, that's kind of outrageous. You can definitely get like a cheaper one, like a Maybelline one. They go for sale for like $7.99, $5.99. So I mean, you can definitely get a lot cheaper. I think the price for this comes with the glass bottle and the vegan brush. I don't think it's the formula. If they used a better brush and something that was like a little more, that would give you volume, I think that this could be a really cool mascara. But it just doesn't give me the level of what I'm looking for in a mascara. So I would say this is definitely a pass for me. So first pass of the day, it's not too bad. We got one more item to go. Oh, okay, I almost forgot to put this highlighter in my inner corners and under my brow bone. I always put like a lighter shade on my inner corner and brow bone, just because I find it really like makes a look brighter and everything just pops a little more. So we're gonna go in with the very last product that I bought at the drugstore, and this is for lips. So this is the NYX Lingerie XXL. So this is a liquid lip, and it seriously like dead on matches like my dress. So this was not planned. I literally just like picked a dress out of my closet to come and film. So everything kind of coordinates perfectly, and I'm not upset about it. Okay, so this is in the shade Expose Me. It has like a nice big applicator. So we're just gonna go and apply this to my lips. Literally the most comfortable formula I have ever tried on my lips. That applicator is like perfect. I love how it feels. It just kind of has like a little groove in the center, and it just kind of hugs your lips as you're applying the product. Ooh, okay, it's drying down really quick, so I really like that. I actually thought this was going to be a little bit pinkier, but I mean, it looks good. It matches the look, so I do really like it. I just wish it was like a tad bit pinkier for like my liking, but other than that, nothing to complain about this. I'm actually probably going to pick up a couple more shades because I really do like this formula. It went on amazingly. So easy, so fast. Yeah, definite A+ pass for me for the lips. Okay, so this is everything applied. This is the finished look, and I actually really like how this look came out. I'm actually really impressed that everything just kind of worked together the way it did, and I like pretty much everything. So I'm just going to give like a quick little rundown of all the new products that I bought. So just to kind of give you guys like a last minute little like what worked, what didn't kind of thing. So first off was the foundation. Really love this. It looks flawless, like you guys can probably see in the camera. Literally flawless. Love everything about this. I cannot get over how cheap it was. Like this was cheaper than like the highlighter and of course the mascara. So I mean, this is some serious foundation like for the price. So if you can get your hands on this, go give it a go. Like Tati was right. So glad I picked this up. So A+ for the foundation. And you know what? I'm actually a fan of the L'Oreal True Match concealer as well. So I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. So they have like the same little squeeze tube. This is like just like a little sample. but it has the same squeeze tube. You just apply it with your finger. Kind of has like a little bit of a lighter feel than that one. The It Cosmetics is a little bit more thick, but this is like a lighter version of it, and it does give really good coverage. It covered everything that I wanted it to cover. It blended out like seamlessly. It's not creasing. It's not like drying out my under eye because of course it has that hyaluronic acid in it. I would say this is a definite win. So happy I picked this up. I'm going to be using more of this. Again, like I really enjoyed this concealer. So if you're looking for something new, I would go and try this one out. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette by Makeup Revolution. As you can see, the look came out really great. The only thing I would probably change in here is, I guess, like the formula of the like shimmer tones. You do have to work a little bit harder. I did try some Fix Plus. It didn't seem to make a difference. So I mean, for the price, $12.99, like you can't really complain. It is really good value for what you pay for it. And other than that, really, I would just add like a darker shade and a more like lighter shade. So, but I mean, again, for $12.99, don't have much room to complain. So really liked this. The look came out really great, so super happy about this purchase. Okay, so the highlighter by Revlon, the Skin Lights. I do like this. I really do like the glow that it gives, but I just find that you can definitely get like a cheaper highlighter that gives you even more of like a blinding highlight and more like a better of a tone than what you pay for this one. Because like I said, I paid, what is it that I paid? I paid $16.99 for this. But I mean, you can get a highlighter from the drugstore like under $10 and it will definitely give you a more of a blinding highlight than this one. But I mean, this one is nice. It's just you can get the same effect for cheaper if you wish. I do like the champagne gold tone of this one. It's really, really pretty, so I am happy with it. Again, if you are looking for cheaper, you can definitely find it at the drugstore. Okay, so the mascara. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, if that makes sense. I definitely don't like it for the price. Like $23.99 for a drugstore mascara is kind of insane in my opinion. I would pay, you know, like anywhere from $10, $13, $14, even $15 for one, but I mean, once you get past the $20 mark at the drugstore, it better have some pretty serious like claims and effects for me to want to buy it. So again, not completely satisfied with this one. You can try it if you like the vegan and the bougie packaging. You might actually be able to justify the price for this product, but for me, this one's a pass. Again, don't hate it, don't love it, but for me, this is just not worth the price point. Okay, so this NYX Lingerie new formulated lipstick is amazing. It dried down completely matte, but it's not dry at all. There's nothing dry about it. I never added anything under my lips or on top of my lips. This is just so comfortable. It's so easy to apply. The doe foot applicator is like a nice big chunky one, so it just like covers a large surface area. And this was literally only like $12.50. So if you're looking for a really nice liquid matte lip, definitely go check out this like new line by NYX. You will definitely not be disappointed. Okay guys, so that sums up this video. I hope you like this look that I created. I really do like it, and like I said, I didn't mean to like match it to my dress. It just kind of happened that way. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you liked what you see and you want to see more by me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will be sure to see you guys in my next video. Bye!